Superb.
Welcome to the Real Shit Talker. It's your boy Matthew, the motherfucking dragon. Lizard man, snake dude, the guy from the Garden of Eden.
I'm just gonna call you Kimono.
I was watching Kimono Dragons fight the other day.
Right? It's fucking
They was savages, B.
But ladies and gentlemen, Jack, yes, I cut off the dragon because you know what? He's a lizard.
Your mama.
What about her?
She's a nice person.
No, she's not. She's terrible. My upbringing, she beat me, locked me in closets.
What?
You think I'm lying?
No, I believe you.
Nah, I am lying.
Nah, I believe you.
Okay, it did happen.
Don't worry, I'll be your therapist. Don't worry about it.
She let my brother beat me up, threw me in a closet. That was my punishment. That was time out. That's why I'm cold-hearted now.
No.
I go to Fear Fest. Nothing scares me.
Oh, so yeah, you went to Fear Fest, right?
Yeah, bro.
Nice.
That's right.
What happened there?
Yeah, so anyone want to come?
Did you jump like a little?
No, I'm not mad.
No.
Nah, I'm not. I didn't jump.
Okay.
I would literally.
I don't jump.
Okay, I'm sorry. You scatter. So they're coming at me, right? And I'm watching them. And actually, forget that. We were going through. I think it was cell block 6. We were going through.
Oh, so you was in jail.
And yeah, basically. So what happens is, or was that Hellfest? I think it was Hellfest or Cell Block 6. I can't remember because I was just laughing the whole time. So what happens is there's a group in front of us. And then the group I was with. So it was me, my sister-in-law, my niece, my brother-in-law, and then my wife in the back, right? And I turn around to them I'm like, yo, anyone want who wants to hold my hand, right? And then the group in front of me, the girl goes, I will, like, just turns around, grabs my hand. And so she's holding my hand, and it goes from maybe like the wide, walking type hand grip to where she's scared and like bringing it into boob. So I was like, I'm touching it. I'm like, that's boob touch right now. I'm like,
your wife gonna hit you with
I told her. My wife knew. She started laughing. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was what's up.
That wouldn't happen in my household.
I was laughing at it, right? And every time she gets scared, like I'd grab her in the back. I'm like, no, you're okay. Don't worry about it. You're good, girl, right? And then the next one was another funny thing that happened. I was going through another scary house. I think this one was actually cell box 6, right?
Right.
So I'm over here singing in my head, and all of a sudden I start dancing to Lean Like a Cholo because I was listening to that earlier in the day. So that was stuck in my head.
Right.
Right. So now I'm just here going like this, dancing back and forth, looking like a Mexican fatty, right?
Right.
And then at the end of the attraction, someone comes out and tries to scare us and goes, boo, right? And I accidentally hit boob. The reason why I know it was boo because it was bouncy. It had so much give to it, right? And all of a sudden I hear, ow! I was like, oh snap! I hit the boob. And I just started dancing harder and just walk out. I was like, bro, I loved it.
That's awesome, dogs. That's awesome, yo. Man, so when they started it?
They started, I think, September 28th.
Why they start so early?
I don't know.
If you guys don't know what it is, it's Six Flags, and the Six Flags have like a night where they just kind of like zombies and supposed to be horror shows. I've been there before. It was annoying. I actually pushed this guy into the bushes because he jumped out.
So you got scared?
Not one of my problems.
No,
he.
There's another thing. Hold on, I'll tell you after this. Go.
I'm paranoid.
Okay.
So when he jumped out, like everything inside me started, and I just pushed him to the bushes, and they was like, "Man, get out of here! Go!"
Nah. So what happened for me was, and I didn't know my reflexes were this sharp, right? In one of the mazes, the haunted house is going through, there's this lady or somebody standing up on this little like pillar. So he or she like comes down with a straight left, right? And I'm just walking, enjoying myself, looking this way. All of a sudden, I guess my spidey senses came in. I'm like this. All of a sudden, it goes past me and like hits the top of my wife's head. So my wife's laughing because it just grazed her.
Wait. Someone hit your wife?
What happened? They tried like to grab you or whatever. I saw it as a left straight coming at me. I didn't notice it. Well, I did notice it, but I didn't.
Did you suplex him?
You can't touch him.
Oh, they could touch me, but I can't touch them?
No, they're not supposed to touch you unless you touch them.
Yeah, so they're getting suplexed.
Yeah, so that's why. They didn't hit me, bro. I laughed at my wife. I'm like, this is what you get. This is what happens for not training. You got that no head movement. My daughter has better head movement than you.
You bugging. You just like left your wife out there hanging like.
But no, she ducked just not far enough, so it hit like just grazed the top of her head and her hair bun. So I I was dying the whole time. But lucky for her, since I was in front, whenever someone jumped out, they jumped out towards me. Mm-hmm. I'm the asshole who's really good at seeing at night, right? And able to see through the little fog, the laser, because my vision, I don't know why I can. And I'm like, oh, he's about to pop out. There's one right there. Look at this guy right here. And so she's next to me the whole time. So they'd come out at me, and she's behind me. I'm like, what's up? I'm just staring at them, laughing, enjoying myself.
Oh, man.
Kind of a dickhead, I know.
Yeah, it's kind of a dick move.
Best way to go is on DMT. No, LSD.
I wouldn't. Are you out your mind? Dude,
look,
are you out your mind? I would never.
Best time in my life.
In your life will be.
In my life.
You'll be on LSD.
Acid.
You'll be on acid doing Fright Fest.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll be freaking out so badly.
I went to Penhurst on
I
acid.
will shoot people. It'll be.
I loved it. Like, I'm telling you, I've never laughed so hard.
No, I can't see people like.
I'm not gonna lie. Now this
messed up faces on, and I'm all ass.
It looked realistic. I was like, bro, take me.
No.
Yeah. I even told my wife I should start working at Six Flags because if it was me, I'd go straight up and just drop to the floor and start crawling after people.
How many days a week you think they gotta put that show
on? 4 days a week.
So 4 days a week. So what if you're just annoyed that day? You still gotta all that craziness.
Fuck it. By working there, you get free entrance, unlimited,
so
for you and a friend.
It's getting cold out there. I don't want to be in there for too long.
You got some thermals?
No.
Spandex? You like spandex?
Sometimes.
The nut huggers.
Sometimes, you know what I mean? Just in case I need a show off for that guy.
That's what it is, bro.
So the name of the show is The New Day, because we're doing like a whole rebranding. If you guys see, boom, we got new TRST
bro, look at this guy.
Look.
Got a flex on him.
We got new TRST look. I'm trying to tell you guys the council is real. You guys are the council, so whatever, y'all can talk about it. You know, we just got a whole new bunch of new stuff happening. So it's a new day. Yes, it is.
It's a new. What's that song?
That's from wrestling, and it was the New Day.
No, there's a song that has that one line, and it's a new day. It's a new something. I don't know. Because I wanted to break out into song right now.
Pharrell Williams.
Pharrell Williams?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Oh, also, if y'all don't know what that is, that's the voice of the void. All right. Sometimes the council needs another voice around. So that's the voice of the void. Marv on the ones and twos.
God, for real, bro. I want to hear, like, you should start DJing back there, like, as we're going. Yeah.
Oh, also, we're live on my Facebook. We're going to fix the Facebook now, but we're live on my Facebook also. So if you are not able to watch us on the YouTube, you can watch us on Facebook also. And we got a whole bunch of other things that we're going to be live on.
Word.
Also, make sure you, just a quick plugs, make sure you check out the audio podcast that I got to do with Killer Quabo and myself. How did you like that one? I heard you say you had some.
All right, this is how it goes down. I know I'm gonna get a lot of backlash for this, right?
Man, it's all right.
All right, this is how it goes. A lot of people want to say that Kanye is obscene. For lack of a better term, actually, that's probably a good term right now. In reality, if you think about it, every great artist has their downfall,
right?
"Quote unquote" downfall. But without that, they wouldn't be the artists they are. Mind you, also we have general topic: left wing, right wing, right? Then there's this fine line in the middle that's saying, "Hey, let people be who they are, rather they talk their beliefs or whatever." So he is constantly wearing a MAGA hat, and everyone wants to complain about it. But he already described what the MAGA hat represented for him, what it was. He's literally being bullied and told to take it off, but he refused to do it. You were saying how he's a person who likes to go against the grain, right? But now if we think about it, how long have the black community been Democrats and had their issues?
That has nothing to do with the MAGA thing, though.
But in a sense it does, if you think about it. So how many years have the black community, or not even just black, like the minority community,
the minority community,
right?
Not just the black community,
so the minority community been Democrats, and what has helped them?
Here's the thing.
We've had false ideals given to us, and we're like, oh, this is great. Do your own research. A lot of, like, okay, right now, you and I, pro guns, right?
Yes.
Pro hunting, right?
Yes.
We want women's rights, correct?
Yes.
We want equality, right?
Yes.
Why are those 4 things, 2 on each side, separate issues? Why can't people agree with that? People automatically go into the gang mentality. They want just the left side. They just want the right side. There's this middle ground that people can get into with a conversation.
Do you think that more minorities side with Democratic views because of, I don't know, more of minority issues fall under Democratic stances?
The reason why I believe a lot of minorities go with it is because we're promised a lending hand. We're always told would help you, right? But if you think about it, like how many times are they gonna say would help you, but then what do they do? I honestly, and this I myself grew up on welfare and WIC. My childs were slightly on it, but I'm proud to say, like, by I guess pushing myself, I am no longer in need of it.
Right.
I make too much for it. So what happens is
it doesn't even matter. Honestly, if you make about 30,000, it's over for you on welfare.
Yeah, it's I think for a household of 5, if you make over 29 something, you're screwed. So
you're screwed. The government won't help you.
What happens is, okay, I make more than it, right? I was able to push further and did better because I went through the mentality of better myself to better my family. Fuck the lending hand. So I see the hand to help me get up. Once I'm able to reach that knee, I can get myself the rest of the way up.
Why do you think that? How does that kind of like align with the Kanye West issue?
It's because like once again, gonna have to go back to the politics of it. I feel Democrats, a lot of them, or the reason why he fights against it is because of capitalism has helped us out a lot.
Okay.
Right? There's some things in socialism that might help us. And now for him, he's expressing his opinion. Okay. Right? And everybody, every liberal, everyone on the left want to say, let people be who they are. But here they are being the first to spew hate towards this man.
Very true. Okay, here's truth is, I believe that Kanye West, he's trying to come from a good place. But I also believe he's not himself. First of all, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
As in what?
Okay, as in what's the needs of the community? What's most important? Now, don't get me wrong. There was a good I listened to when he was at the Oval Office.
Okay.
I do feel like he was really Uncle Ruckus, right, at the Oval Office. Not gonna lie to you, but he did have some points about the ADHD type of things and how we need to get children more involved in school, depending on how it's like how we are teaching them.
Yeah.
If we have, there are kids that have a little bit extra gear in them, and they need a more open way of learning.
Okay.
Okay. Doesn't mean that they have ADHD.
But now here's my question for that. Sorry for interrupting. Whose fault is that?
What, that he doesn't know his shit?
No. It's not that he doesn't know his shit. If you actually think about it, but I'm talking about these children. Whose fault is that?
Yeah, that's. I would say the fault of that would fall under. I won't say teachers.
Okay.
I'm gonna say their pay rate.
No,
I'm gonna. This is why. This is why I'm saying
it's kind of
the better the pay. Okay, there's a reason why America has one of the best doctors, and even though Canada has, they have the open medical. What's it called again? I'm sorry.
Healthcare.
They got an open healthcare thing, but best doctors in the world are in America because they make more money.
That's not true. That's false information we were given.
Okay.
What happens is a lot of people are saying the Canadian doctors are coming to America. No, actually, flocks of American doctors are going to to Canada. Notice people going to other countries to get butt lifts. People are going to other countries to get surgeries.
Because that shit costs mad money here.
Okay, but now if you think about it, with an open care system, it would not.
Well,
I honestly wouldn't.
Who would?
It'd be competitive between. Why isn't it that we go to a doctor's and we're not given a menu of how much this costs? Wouldn't that help us more? Because if you have 3 chiropractors lined up, stores, not storefronts, if you will, right?
Chiropractors.
We'll go chiropractors. I'll switch it up. This person says for a back alignment it's $100. This one says it's 125. This one says it's 150. Who do you go to? They all have their PhDs. They all have credentials.
What chiropractor got a PhD?
They have it with biologics. Biology they can go with. They go anatomy. They can get their PhDs for it. So which one would you go to?
So
they all have 5-star ratings.
How much?
There's 100, 125, and 150.
I go to 100.
So 100. Right now, if you go to a dermatologist, they say for a regular checkup to check out your skin to do.
So you think there should be like a McDonald's list of how much everything costs?
Think about this, right?
But what if there's like complications during the surgery, or if there's like, there's more liability? What about those?
But that's why. This is
stuff.
why. Let me give you a perfect example with this, right? Say you go to Macy's, right? You go to one of the representatives, like, hey, I need to get dressed up. I have a job interview tomorrow. I need to know what it is. They put a suit on you. They get everything. They make you look fly as fuck, right? And then you ask how much. They're like, no, don't worry about it. Just go. I'll bill you later. And then all of a sudden, later you get the bill, and you're like, why is it $570? Why is it $600? Why am I now have like, all right, this the top is $700, the bottom is another $300. Why is it that we're not being told what it is until afterwards? You've had kids, you've seen these bills. Well,
when we're going back to the Kanye thing, I get what you're saying,
but this all ties into it.
But he's not in touch with the black people anymore. We have you can't. It's true. He's not in touch with.
How's he not in touch?
He doesn't know. What happens is sometimes people get to a certain state and they forget the struggle. Okay. They forget what other people are going through. They don't know that, like you said, what was it last week? You said most black families can't hold, not black families, I'm sorry for saying black families. Most minorities or people don't have $500 in the bank.
Yeah, correct.
The savings, right? Kanye West can't identify with that.
But doesn't everybody want to get to the point where they don't remember the struggle? Or not even don't remember, but like they don't no longer have to worry about the struggle.
Of course, but don't make it seem like, okay, you siding with the most biggest person, right? The one person that we know sides with racism, okay? No matter how you sugarcoat it, how we look, he sides with them. But okay, once you start to side with that, once you cross that line, you're no longer one of us. Okay. It's just it is what it is, Dogs. It is what it is.
All right, how do you get over that? If we do this, right, let's go through the actual definition of the word racism, right? All right. In layman's terms, it's okay. Here it is: the prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against someone of a different race based on the beliefs of one's own race is superior. Okay. Right. Everyone is racist. Black, Spanish, white. We all want to push to say at this point is. This is why people are now saying there's no such thing as quote unquote reverse racism.
What is a reverse racism?
This is supposedly blacks being racist to whites, Spanish being racist to whites, is minorities being racist to the white man in general. In reality, that's just racist. Think about it. You're gonna put all the hate on these people, whom, yes, they have an upper hand on us from the get-go because of where we came from. Yes, I say we because I'm first generation born American and my family were immigrants. But look where I am. My mom pushed herself with 3 kids by the time she was 18 to go and finish college. Okay. At 18, 3 kids with some help of the family. Unfortunately, not many people think like that. How many people do you know with 3 kids who are 18 that automatically put themselves as a victim mentality?
What do you do when someone doesn't have support? What do you do when someone doesn't have that backing from family, friends, or whatever, but they have 2, 3 kids? They have to do it alone. What do you want them to do?
Unfortunately for me, this is how I go. If I had 3 kids at 18 and I cannot support them at all, as much as it would hurt me, I'd have to put them up for adoption.
Jesus.
I would have to, with the stipulation of asking, am I allowed to look for them afterwards?
There is no... I look at my kids
but at the same time...
And there is just no way.
There's no way I could either, but at the same time, I would not want them to struggle the way I have. I would not want them to know that I have to sleep in my car. I would not want them to sleep in the car with me. There's some families who have pulled it off. Yes, I know a good amount of them that can or that have. But the moment you give up and you get that victim mentality is where you fuck up. Because once you get that victim mentality, you think everything's against you. My thing is, and I know you are the same way, the moment you feel anything against you, you're like, fuck it. Yeah. I'm going against you right now. I'm going to go against you. I'm going to push harder, and I'm going to show you I get this done.
But here's the difference. Not everyone's brought up the way you were brought up, and then not everyone was brought up the way I was brought up. All right? So we can't sit here and say that, yo, it would be okay to put your kid up to adopt, because there's just no way you could even fathom the idea of what a woman must have to go through just to make that decision. All right, there's just no way we could, me and you together just as dudes, we can't even figure out what it must be doing to a woman. So I just feel being strong enough just to go through the struggle is a bit, with your kids should be admired.
Correct.
Right? But what do you do? What do you tell that person? You tell that person not to be a victim. If, say, like, I don't know. I'm just going to talk. We're going to spitball some stuff out.
Okay.
Say if this is a young lady who has 2 kids. She was raped. She was tossed out of her house. Both her kids are about the age of probably 5 and a few months.
Okay.
Right? How could you tell that girl not to be a victim? Okay.
This is how it goes. All right. As a few months, that'd be the difficult part, right? But now you're kicked out of your house, basically homeless, 2 kids. One kid, as long as you can maintain his liability, say the 5-year-old going to public school. It has the school system it can go to without you having to worry about paying for it. Then you have the couple months child whom, unfortunately, if you cannot manage him at all, I personally know people who can have kids and would love to adopt.
Have you ever been to an adoption place?
Yes.
I stayed in one before. And let me tell you, it is not.
I know it's not, but at the same time,
it's not a place you would even, just being there, it will just, if you see the kids that just get passed up, the kids are almost like, it's almost like the kids are cattle. Correct. In a way.
Yeah.
Not to be so,
no, it's true. It's true.
Almost like they're cattle. Almost like, yo, I like this one, but I don't like that one. Correct. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're like puppies.
So what happens to a child's brain? How many times they get rejected?
But now this is the thing.
But you want to put them in that environment.
This child is a couple months, right? Put them up. Now, say they don't get adopted. The mother can stay in contact with these places. Go out and grind. So you get a job. You know what it is? A lot of people have the mentality of how they want to be a millionaire, but they don't want to mop floors.
Well,
I'll tell you right now, if I had to for my kids, I will mop the goddamn floor.
I get that, but now you're talking about wishful thinking. You're hoping no one comes to get your kid and they can stay there for a little bit.
If they do, fine, right? If the child gets adopted, fine. This woman or man, because remember, there's times where the father's left alone with these kids. If it has to come down to it, and you have to raise one and know the other one can have the potential life, a better life. It's something so you would have to take it, like, you would have to think. There's pros and cons for everything.
So either you have the child, you're choosing one child over the other, just for
if you're looking at it, in a sort of closed-minded way, then yes, you're looking at it, you're choosing one over the other. Now, who is more beneficial? The 5-year-old who's going to see you struggle and sleep in the car with you, or the couple months who's able to have a home for a bit, who has the potential life of being adopted, and going from there.
Okay.
So it's a give and take in the sense of who are you choosing more than the other? The 5-year-old that you're going to see struggle with you. I would never want any child of mine to see struggle. That's why I come home with a smiling face regardless.
Yeah, even if I'm struggling, my kids don't know I'm struggling. But there will be no way on God's green earth that I will give up any of them. Okay? Not to nobody.
Okay, that's
right?
you. That's me.
Okay.
What about the statistics of how many families come up with a single parent home? one of the parents gets up, leaves,
so
with no looking back.
We've seen so many successful people grow up from single family homes.
From stories we see, but statistically speaking, by the numbers, it's not many at all.
So, but why give up anyway? Why believe you're not the exception?
Yeah, this is why. This is the mentality you and I have. We want to be that exception. We want to be against. Yeah, we want to be against statistics. Like, I'm not gonna become another part of a statistic, right? A lot of people just say, "It is what it is."
That's kind of like you're basing your opinion on numbers, and you're not basing your opinion on the feeling.
This is why, though. The numbers is what's in front of us. This is what happens multiple times. And like, I can go. We can always try to fight for the anomaly. We can always do that. We can always go for the exception. But if we focus on the exception, we're forgetting about everything else. We're hoping this one child gets out and these 99 others don't, because we want to focus on that one exception. I want to focus on that 99.
Well, if I had to sleep in a car tomorrow, my kid's going to think it's the best sleeping experiences they ever had.
Yeah, you would do everything to keep a smile on them. But how many times, as soon as your kids go to school, I know for a fact I will be bawling my eyes out for 15 minutes, wiping myself down, going to a bathroom, washing my ass, going out there looking for a job.
Don't you think anything? Yeah, of course, you look for work and all that stuff and blah, blah, blah.
That's our mentality.
But I don't feel, there's no way we can ever tell someone that, I think it'd be a good idea to drop your kid off at an adoption place, and hopefully one day that maybe you don't get adopted and I could come get you.
I'm not saying hope that they don't, but know that no matter what, that you're trying. Say later on in life they look for you, right? Let me throw something at you real quick. You put up a child for adoption. You're with one. You grind your ass off because they're in school. They don't see you struggle. They don't see you with mops and anything like that, right? They don't see you hard at work, scrubbing floors, taking gum out from underneath tables. They don't see any of that. But when they get home, you have the biggest smile on your face, right? To make them the happy. Now, this other child that you have for adoption looks for you 15 years down the road, right? Would you want them to see you still huddled up crying, or that man who's going to be struggling, who struggles so much to finally have the happy home for the one child?
All right, but what happens is, to a kid that is in adoption, a lot of them doesn't feel wanted. They don't feel loved. They don't know what it is. A lot of these adoption people are gross. Okay, not even being an asshole.
No, that's true.
There's some great ones. I'm not gonna front. There's some really good ones, and then there's also a lot of people who just do it for money. All right, so.
No, at that point you're talking about some foster homes.
Yeah,
right.
Whatever. But those what I'm saying is you're damaging that child's psyche when you could have just ate the bullet and just had both of them and grind harder. That's how I see it.
Okay, once again, this
is your responsibility.
This is you and I.
As a man, I feel like if this is my responsibility, my kid is my responsibility. Okay. There's no fucking way that I will allow my responsibility to go off and be someone else's.
Correct.
It's not. I wouldn't do it myself.
Now, this is the mentality of a grinder.
Yes, because I'm a grinder.
This is the anomaly.
Okay.
Now, we go through the statistics.
Okay. But I don't want my opinion just to be based on numbers.
This is the thing. No, this is our opinion of what we would do. Right, but now we're not only talking about
I don't know how we got here, honestly.
Where we are. it's going back from the Kanye and how the community is switching from Democrats to Republicans. We'll get back to just the MAGA hat in a bit. It's you and I want to grind no matter what till we succeed.
Yes.
Every venture.
Let me just put this away. I'm sorry.
Going back to when I was in high school, I'd sell Orbit gums. Quarter piece. I buy that pack for $1. I buy that pack for $1. Each piece was 25 cents. That's 14 pieces in there. That means at the end of the day, I would have $3.50.
I used to grind the juicy fruit and the double. What was it? Double. What was it called? The double mint gum.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was 25 cents when I was younger, and I used to charge 15 cents per per gum stick.
So now this is the thing. How many you and I, we're those grinders.
Yeah.
How many people ate those up? I do not remember a day coming home with a pack half full. I don't remember coming back with one damn gum.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. So once the statistics shows from where we did, we were the grinders. How many of them ate out of our hands? They were getting ripped off, and we knew it.
So how how does correlate with the
back to the hat, if you will, right? Mm-hmm. We ourselves basically forced capitalism around our surroundings, in a sense. We had what they needed. We had that supply and demand.
I'm okay with capitalism.
Right? So now with Kanye with the hat is he struggled. Okay. He pushed to the point where he wants. Now, if you know or even hear about one of his conversations about how he brought his daughter to work after she went through a fashion camp, she was in love with it. She designed a dress the next day.
Sounds beautiful.
Right? Mm-hmm. As a parent, you want your child to find their passion. You do everything to do it. Even more, you'd want your son to follow in your footsteps of your successes already. You want your success to be like, all right, this is where you are, or this is where I am. Take that one step further than me.
Okay.
We don't have that. Now, this is what this man is doing, and people don't want to see it because of his whole... they want to go back to Sway when he's screaming at him saying, you don't have the answers. Do you want to go back and say...
No, we're going back to when he was saying Bush doesn't care about black people.
Mm-hmm.
When we're going back to when he was saying Obama was the best thing to us.
Correct.
We're going back all of those until all of a sudden one day a drugged up version of Kanye West pops up and says he's MAGA.
Okay.
All right.
Now we have to talk about post car accident, post losing his mother.
So why
you and I both know the power of CTE and how it could change a man.
I
you know
get
the brain
and
trauma.
I really do get it, yo. But why? This was my. If you listen to the podcast, this was my issue with it. I was like, why are we? I feel like we're so big onto reality TV, right? That we're entertaining nonsense. That's what I was saying. Like we're entertaining somebody who has no idea about political views. They have they really have no. Because how many times have we watched him try to go on a TV show or something, and he goes against with someone who actually knows their stuff, and then they ask him a question, and we gotta look at him do this. You gotta be all stupid in the face. Like no, dude, you have no idea what you're talking about. Why are we entertaining it now? Yeah, we need someone to represent the minorities, right? We do. But we couldn't find nobody better in this whole world, in this whole United States, with the most brilliant people that we have on this goddamn country. In this country, you're telling me no one else could step up and say, "Yo, listen, I really know the statistics and the issues behind all these problems." No, we got Kanye West, Mr. Who told us he's on fucking 7 different medications. Okay. Who told us that he making bad decisions all the time.
This is the thing.
Why are we letting this man meet the president of the United States and then trying to change laws?
Because we allowed it.
I ain't allowed shit.
This is what happened. Let me show you how this is even breaking down right now. Right? There's so many times where I've talked to a minority personnel, right, about, hey, what are your views on this? And all of a sudden, at the end of our conversation, I ask them, simple question. So are you registered to vote? Do you vote? They're like, no, I make no difference.
Well, I did bring that up. I said what Jack said was very true. I said we need to deal with local government first, and then what local government will have the proper representation for real change in the country.
Correct.
But
so why is it that we have a majority of our state, right? Like going back with the Electoral College as well. Why like the majority of our states have one view, and the minority of states has another view, but they have more Electoral College votes on the minority side. This was originally set so that if you cannot go to Capitol Hill and represent yourself, you had this group of people. Now we live in the day and age of the internet. I have not seen one person that I don't know, or even then, who doesn't know at all about the internet. Right? older than 70 years, younger than 70 years old. Everyone knows about the internet. Everyone has access to the internet.
Even older than 70 years old,
right?
you know what internet is.
Yeah, but now here's my thing though. Why do we still need the electoral college?
Look, I said that. I don't know about electoral college is nonsense to me.
So
what
now
we need is the council. Right, that's what we need.
Right? Let us choose your political.
Let me choose it. God damn it, right? I'll choose it.
But with the Kanye thing, right? Him being diagnosed with all of this and whatnot is back to us saying how we allowed it to happen is for the simple fact the smaller governments we're not stepping up, we're not registering, we're allowing these states to deny registration to these voters that we get information from online, but we can petition, we can go out, we can do all this, but all we do is share and repost on Facebook. We're so busy trying to say, oh, this is happening. Let me post it. Let me share it with friends. Oh, they're sharing it too. They're reposting it. How many of them are voting? How many of them are registered?
Well,
it's as simple as going to your damn local school that's near you during
what are
during
you talking
the time
about, bro? You can't do that. All right, come on. Football starts in a few.
That's what it
right?
is.
You know, I just got off of work. I'm tired.
You wouldn't have to work as hard if you had the people you need on to be there. The minimum wage would be higher.
There's a lot of things I agree. There's something I don't. I just don't feel like he's the proper person to talk for us.
But he's a proper person for the movement that we need.
What movement?
Fight against allowing this gentleman to go to the Oval Office and not give us proper representation.
No, because we're in this weird place where we're allowing celebrities to dictate how the country's run.
Mm.
Okay, we just put one in the biggest spot in the country. Okay, we put a celebrity in the White House.
Do you know his quote from back in the 90s?
I heard it the other day.
He said, if I'd ever run for president, I'd run Republican because they listen to anything.
You know they got that pulled down?
Yeah. But now here's my thing. We have it in writing, in a quote, verbatim, and he did exactly what he said he was going to do, and he won because the Republicans just listened.
Well, they needed someone who had their views and had enough people to be looking at them, and they got it.
It wasn't enough views. He had the popular vote against him, and the Electoral College voted for him in. And it's kind of fucked up. Like I said, we don't need the Electoral College. It's no longer we need representation in the sense of that.
Who's in charge of the Electoral College?
Local government, who nobody goes out and votes for. Nobody ever pushes to try to get these people. People try to worry about.
So let me get this straight. So if you had to explain voting for people, it would be, we're voting for president. We're voting for our opinion for who the president should be. So our government officials could look at those votes and still place their opinion on who the president should be.
Correct.
And their opinion matters more than us.
Their wallets matter more than us.
I'm just trying to get.
Because think about it, like what they said was, and I believe this was correct. It Rubio, or one of the senators, right? Going in, one of the governors going in, whatever it is. He was worth $500,000 going in.
Who?
This was, I'll tell you exactly who it was. Mark Rubin, I think it was.
Mark Rubin was worth.
No, not Mark Rubin. No, it's one of these goddamn senators. I forgot his name. Mark, is it Rubio? But anyways, so one of these senators are worth $500,000 going in, right? And then he has a salary of this position for $176,000 per year, right? And in 8 years, he's worth $4.6 million. So now let's do the math, right? So say it's let's just do simple math round. It's 175 times 4. That'd be about hold on, give me a second. Why am I drawing a blank now? So about over 600,000, maybe damn near. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go 200. So 200.
Let's just say 200.
200 times 4, or 200 times 8 for it. My bad, is 1.6.
Yeah.
So even if he saved every dime that he owned since then, he'd have $1.6 million. Say he invested it or whatever, right? I've never seen someone's investment go over 300% in that amount of time, right? In the 8 years, or as he's going, it goes up.
I'm wishing that's my wallet, but
right? So how is he already worth, I would say, what is it, 3 times of his potential salary this whole time. He's being bought off. All these officials are bought off. Why the hell is Hillary Clinton getting paid goddamn $250,000 per speech to bankers and won't release the transcript?
So what you're saying is you agree with Killer Kawabo is that we should overrun this government, right? As the Bill of Rights says.
What happens is the reason why. Okay, this is the way I agree with that. But in the overrun, let's not go into a chaotic state, because if we do, we're just gonna be diminishing what we've worked up to. How many times is there an update for your phone?
There was update this morning,
right?
Actually, so probably like every 3 months.
Every 3 months.
Yeah.
How many times has our Constitution been updated? Go.
Since they had feathers.
Exactly.
That's the last time they updated that damn
We
thing.
update our newer technology more than our writing.
Isn't that weird that we have a writing that we're still listening to, and we're in a place where it can't control technology. It just, there's no way anything in that writing did not see the 21st century coming
at all. Now,
I think if we grabbed one of them and brought them back to here, they were like, y'all didn't write anything else?
Like, no, they'd be surprised. They're like, what happened? And what I find even funnier, these gentlemen were in their 20s.
They were in their 20s.
And now,
what was the lifespan back there? Like 26?
No, more.
It was 30?
It was higher.
Really?
The average age during Shakespearean's time was actually 30. Like, surprisingly, Shakespeare lived up to be like 70-something, I think it was, or one of his kids went up to 70-something.
No, his kids were up to 70-something. So Shakespeare died at like, I'll forget. I'm not
but
gonna say.
They were
correct me.
They were like the age varied. Yes.
Right.
These gentlemen over here fought a war. Won, built a nation in their 20s, damn near 30s.
I feel like I ain't do shit now.
Right? Fine. Let's go through the tales of time. We fast forward now. Everything is easier.
They also
more
had
convenient.
scabies. Just so you know.
That's fine. I don't mind.
The hair fell out. They wore with powder wigs.
That's good. I honestly would not care.
I mean, scabies do things to the brain,
right,
but whatever.
You see this hair? It wouldn't have fell out, bro.
Yeah, it would have fell out.
I was born and raised to live as a native. I'd survive. I know the lay of the land. I would push and grind. This is why the Native Americans had the silky hair. Have you ever seen a Native American with like non-silky hair? Any pictures? I've never seen them have shabby hair.
Nah, it's
motherfuckers were good. They were set.
Pretty good.
They had the hair pie. They had the looks. Man, they had everything they needed.
They washed their hairs in the best berries they could
find. Right?
I don't know, man. I still feel like Kanye West, he's kind of ridiculous.
But this is what I'm saying.
I'm so over him. I'm over him. Like every time I say, I'm like, all right, I'm so over this guy. All of a sudden he pops up on something else. I'm like, oh my God. Yo, I don't want to talk about this guy.
But you can't help but look.
Well, I have to because he's part of the news. They making him mainstream. Like he's the mainstream news.
That's not the only way you can get news.
I know. I look at everything else, but if you put up your phone, you hit Google, right, and then boom, Kanye West pop up on the first page. Like you get a little
this is the issue: is we're allowing the eyes to reach there. We go towards drama. I'm pretty
That's
sure.
what I was saying. We're so obsessed with reality TV.
Our ancestors were. You see drama. Get away from it. You see
a scuttle, get away from it. I was always told that once the drama hit, you need a dip.
Like the reason why we get goosebumps, that is a natural reaction to it. Basically, the spidey sense. You see it, go. Don't stick around.
Word, man.
Tuck tail and run. Survive. We're here now. Oh, there's cops going over there. You walk towards it.
Nah, dog, not me. I say. Oh, there's cops toilet. Hey guys, I was here. You hear me? Look at me. I was here. I was like,
once again, an anomaly.
Is that really? I don't feel like I'm an anomaly. I just feel like I'm the old world. Maybe.
You're the what?
I feel like maybe I might be the old world. It might be. Clinton passed the motor voter bill. It's available. People are complacent. Yep.
Oh shit! Cut his mic.
My bad. The damn phone slipped.
You got cut. Woo! So how's it feel? You got in timeout. You got put in the corner.
Mic back
All right, bring it back.
Hey, we can control the show. What the fuck going on?
So I didn't drop my phone.
All right.
You didn't drop. You slammed it. You're like.
There was an accident, slipped out my hands. All right, man. I'm done with Kanye. I don't want to talk about Kanye no more. Kill himself.
The hash coins, X-Men. Damn. Update every 3 weeks. iPhone. That's correct.
What happened? iPhone?
Right. Yeah, they're saying the updates for iPhones like almost every 3 weeks.
Dude, they do.
Talk about the updates. But
yo, don't iPhone do that on purpose to make sure you buy their new stuff?
Kinda. It's so that with this, it's these the bugs that come in. The scripts are sometimes slightly wrong. Something that acts up. You download an app, is not working properly. Your app constantly closes. This is why apps even have updates constantly.
I think iPhone came out with something saying that they do it on purpose.
Oh no, that's for their newer technology, such as you can no longer work on your damn MacBook at all. You have to get it in by a professional. You can't buy any other systems like for a Windows. You get NVIDIA video card. You get another type of video card. You can have an Intel processor.
Yeah.
Or you can have all these other things that you can use and mix and match. Apple doesn't do that.
Right.
But that's in a way smart for the simple fact you know it's going to function if you get it done with their technology. You don't have to worry about these scripts. You don't have to worry about anything going bad with it.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Apple fuck you guys dead in the ass and you guys accept it because that's what it sounds like. Because let me see. They took away your mics.
Okay.
I
still have a mic on here.
All right. They took away the plug feature.
Okay, we have the charger that you can plug in with the headphones as well. Go ahead.
Yeah,
everything's Bluetooth nowadays.
Everything's
Bluetooth nowadays.
So they trying to feed you all this nonsense, right? And make you buy it.
And
it'd be the same OS system.
Okay.
How do you guys allow that to happen?
What do you mean allow it?
You allow it. You allow it. You allow Mac to keep in your butt, right? And y'all just be like, "Oh, I got the new iPhone."
At least they haven't gone elbow deep. They just.
Oh no, they gotta be at least second knuckle in. Like they got to, cause they, when them taking off all the plug features on the phone, that was an asshole move. And then they resell it to you.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's talk about this. All right. Same thing with cars in the sense they give you more of these little features here and there, right? But the safety of the cars aren't as much because yes, we have better systems. We have the auto brake on some of these. How many times have you seen the auto brake malfunction in a video?
Not that many. The only one that you see. No, auto brake don't listen. The ones we see in video are the 10%. Of anomalies. The cars, those are the anomalies.
So we're focused on anomalies.
So on car, but we're talking about the small percentage of them malfunctioning versus.
This is back to the other conversation.
So versus
you want to look at the
them merchandising, right?
Okay.
We're not talking about people. That's different.
People's consumption.
This
is people's consumption. No,
this is not people versus material. Now, how many times you gonna let's go back to gum, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Right? So how bad did it F up your profit when gum went from 25 cents to 50 cents? Were you still selling gum at the time?
That's why I didn't go with the 5-pack. I went the Orbit pack. It's $1.25.
So I was one of the people that was at the 5-pack. It was a quick flip, okay? It was a quick flip. I was a young kid. I could grab it on my way to school, right? I'd be like, let me get like 2 packs of those. Boom, I made $1 by the end of the day.
Okay.
Right? Cool. So once the things became 50 cents, that means I got to jump the price on the small ones.
You go for the cheaper
So
ones.
why would you allow
you go for the cheaper ones?
But that's not what Mac's doing. Apple's forcing you to buy a new one.
Okay.
They're forcing you to buy
the newest. They're not forcing you.
Yes, they are.
People choose to go do it because it's the convenient way of doing it.
No, they take up all the room on your system. Right, they slow down your process speed. You can hardly get on the internet sometime when you have an older version. They are forcing you to get the newer ones.
You can switch from it. People choose to go back to the Apple if they want to. Honestly, I want to go to a Huawei phone. Huawei. There you go. Huawei phone.
Yeah.
Wawa's a goddamn gas station, bro.
Yeah.
So I would want to go to a Huawei phone, right?
Yeah.
I'd prefer to go to that.
Nah, America is not allowed Huawei in this goddamn country.
You can get it unlocked.
Yeah,
I'll spend the money to get it unlocked.
Hey, bro, you a commie? Huh? You caught me?
You
caught me, bro?
That's cool. Androids, right? You take out the battery. What are you? A tinfoil hat guy? You're a tinfoil hat guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Tinfoil.
It's funny when people Android users drop their phone and the batteries pop out.
My battery never popped out of my phone. Listen, I could do dances on this phone and it'll still work. All right. I do break dances with this phone in my pocket.
At least with my iPhone, this is how I simply this is me.
Nah.
I still have my home button. I still
got my own button too.
I still have my my iPhone 5 with the head plug if I want to complain about it.
iPhone 5. You got to go switch to a whole new other phone, lower quality phone, to be able to plug in your headphones.
If I'm gonna use it as an iPod, which they stopped making for some reason. Those
I wonder why. I wonder why they stopped making those.
Apple Music, bro. Apple Music. Yeah, where you at?
And then they fuck y'all out with it. Yeah. No, listen. I could definitely do without Apple Music.
That's
I'm
fine
with Apple.
I got Pandora too.
You know what I mean? So.
What's up, bro? I got it.
Hey, yo, I got Spotify. We good over here.
Spotify? I thought it was Spotify.
Whatever, yo.
Adding letters, taking letters out. What are you guys doing?
Sometimes. Who is you guys?
You guys.
You racist? Guys. You call me.
Yeah, I am.
You want Huawei phones.
Yeah, bro.
Just because they got better technology.
Yeah, better cameras too.
Whatever.
Better signal.
This is America.
So?
Right? It's America.
Everything's made in China.
hey, don't judge us because we like
made
cheap.
In China.
We like cheaper distribution.
Made in Taiwan.
Hey, listen.
That shirt.
You know why?
Some little boy made it. What you doing?
In America, we're so smart. We allow other people to do our work for us.
Okay.
Boom.
So why, if you're so smart, why don't you just allow someone to make the other phone?
Listen, I don't want to do all that.
You see?
But nah, Apple sucks.
I guess.
It sucks.
Hey, they all suck.
Honestly.
Let's go back to Morse code.
What? You think you survived back in that time?
Hell yeah.
Morse code?
Get me in there right now. Give me that time machine. Boy, I want to go back there and destroy it.
Morse code?
I'll survive anywhere.
Fuck that. Yeah. Are you out your mind?
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Mind.
Bro, I'd make Google. I'd invent Google back then.
That'd be cheating.
Ooh, why?
If you had an opportunity to go back in time, right?
Yeah.
You had to change. You get to do one thing that was not your original creation.
Okay.
What would you do?
Destroy the Bible.
I am not. I am not talking about this. I am not.
All of them.
No, because I feel everything. Every religion had their place.
No, I would honestly protect the Library of Andrea.
Andrea.
Isn't it Andrea?
No, Andrea.
Alexandra. Whatever. Well, the famous library that was burnt down twice. Right? Yeah. I would protect those 2 times. I prevent that from happening. For the simple fact they had knowledge that we cannot even fathom as of right now.
I feel like the older I become, the more I look for knowledge.
I feel the older I become, the more I realize we're all gonna die and have no reason to have knowledge. No, I'm kidding. It's not like that. No, the older I become, the more I realize we're just constantly fighting against the tide.
Right.
No matter what.
Isn't that the human condition though? Like everything's supposed to be a fight. I feel like I think I said this before. I feel because it's been so calm in the country, and I'm not looking for war because this is the best time ever to be alive.
Correct.
Right? But because of who we are as humans, there has to be a conflict. It has to, and that's why I feel like everybody's jumping on teams.
Got it. Got this set right now.
Go ahead.
Gotta start goddamn Gladiator Dome. Let's throw the gauntlet down now.
We have that. It's called MMA.
Fuck that noise. No.
Oh, you want lions?
Straight up. Everything, bro.
You going straight up lions and
bro,
tigers?
Straight up Roman style. You got the thumb by the.
There's certain people I feel like should be in the. This is gonna sound really messed up. There's certain people I feel that are in jail that needs to be in the Gladiator Dome.
Yeah.
Like,
bro, what movie was it? Fucking let's go back to Undisputed 2-3, Boyka. We got this.
No.
Give us an MMA fight.
No, those happen. No. Those happen. Those fights and those prison fights stuff.
Bring it to us.
Those happen. What I'm talking about, you get the lions out, right?
Let's do Death Race style, bro.
Death Race.
Yeah. Jason Statham.
Yeah, I think we're going way too savage.
Why?
I think we're going way too savage.
Got it.
We get Teslas with guns on it.
Got you right. That'd be unfair. It's unfair. Completely unfair. They have the autopilot running around that track. They come out with guns.
Yo, this is stupid. They don't need a
second anymore.
Yeah, we are so dumb.
Dumb, bro. We're innovating right now, bro. We're setting something up.
I feel it.
Elon Musk is gonna hear this and do it. He's like, you know what? Why not?
Hey, listen, Elon Musk, you listening? I want in on this. All right, don't try to steal my idea.
Word.
I want money on that. Did you hear about Mr. Rogers? Somebody from Mr. Rogers thing died. I think it. Well, how did he die?
Who's that? Mr. Rogers?
Yeah, somebody from his crew member. Let me see. He suffered. Crew member working in the movie Mr. Rogers has died after he suffered an apparent medical emergency and fell 2 stories off the balcony in West Pennsylvania.
Oh, you're talking about the new Mr. Rogers movie?
Yeah, the movie that's coming out. Yeah,
bro, that motherfucker changed everything. Hey man, it's medical stuff of his. Yeah. He didn't take care of himself.
So it's okay. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead. Let me get this dark real quick.
It's okay. So you saying that he didn't take care of himself and he fell on 2 stories. That's a problem, right?
That's his problem.
Okay, but us listening to a musician dictate the rest of the world.
That's a problem.
But you just told us that he's the answer to the problem.
He is the answer and the movement. See, you're taking little snippets of what I said, but he's the answer for us to start a movement, to not allow a gentleman like himself at that position. Mm-hmm. We should get someone who deserves or knows about that position, and the only way to allow us to do that is by seeing the obscene, watching the obscene stuff he does and says.
How many celebrities you think is going to try to run for presidency?
Bro, The Rock runs, he wins.
Listen, Rock first off, The Rock runs.
If Oprah is his second or vice versa. I think, you know what? Matter of fact,
ain't
Oprah.
Even a chance. They could say, we taking babies. People will be like, I guess we got to take babies.
Start the gauntlet, bro.
Start the gauntlet,
Just start. Let's do this.
It wouldn't even be a chance if The Rock was running, yo. It wouldn't be a chance. But you think a lot of them going to try since President Trump?
See, this is the thing. You want to look at President Trump as a celebrity who ran. Ronald Reagan was a celebrity who ran.
But he's not as big as Trump.
He was as big.
Really?
Yeah, he was
then?
A movie star.
Okay, was he a movie star or did he do movies? That'd be different.
He was a movie star. He was famous because of movies, then switched over to presidency.
Can someone please pull me up a Ronald Reagan movie?
A Ronald Reagan movie right now.
I would like to see one tonight.
Right, I'll send you a Ronald Reagan movie.
I would really like to see one. But how many times do you okay, let's say presidents. We had to choose one. They're celebrities. They got Kanye West in one place. We got The Rock in another. Who else said they was gonna try? Who else said they was gonna try? I heard somebody else say it.
I don't know, but Joe Rogan fans always want to try to get him president.
Yeah, Joe Rogan said, "Hell no, I ain't doing that."
But he's right in the sense is out. Okay, he was in Hong. Going back to Ronald Reagan. Real quick.
How many years ago was this too?
50s, 30s, 40s.
Jeez.
Yeah, bro.
They even have movies in the goddamn 30s.
Yeah. Like all old school type pick, like Juke Girl, The Bad Man, Swing Your Lady. Night on Tonight.
Can I see it?
Yeah, go ahead, go through them.
Guys, it's
Sexual
here's the
names,
movie
bro.
that Ronald Reagan was in, boy. Wait, so this is all the movies he was in?
Yeah.
Damn. Hold on, let's see. Bedtime Buns? Bedtime for Buns.
It sounds like it's sexual shit, bro.
That sounds freaky. Killers.
You see? And on top of that, going back to celebrity-wise, right?
This is The Army.
JFK himself was kind of like a celebrity, bro. He was a womanizer, supposedly doing coke.
But he was like more celebrity.
Post.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not.
But you see, like how many of these movies he's been in? Like,
dude, that dude was a movie star for real. I take that back.
9,
Jesus.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so far that I counted, about 51 movies he's been in.
51 movies.
Yeah. So
all right, I take it back, yo. He was big time back then. I apologize. When I'm wrong, yo. It is what it is. Jesus Christ.
So what that is this motherfucker, like, if you think about it, is And also, that's when shit started going downhill too with the Reaganomics, getting money to big
But
business.
there we go again. Somebody who.
But he also did some good, which then later on Nixon took back and took away, because it was I believe it was Ronald Reagan who allowed what's the case? Not cocaine. Mr. Rogers to continue with his who gave him the funding for the approval.
I never understood Mr. Rogers.
During see, Mr. Rogers he started off the whole movement of every child is different. Every child should be considered a good view.
This is where Mr. Rogers used to catch me off guard. I didn't understand how he came in the house, took his shoes and sweater off, put on some other shoes and sweater, and then started talking to me. I was like,
got you right now.
You ain't comfortable
Got
in
you
your
right
own
now.
house? What?
He has house shoes. He's not walking around barefooted.
It was tennis shoes. He always had tennis shoes on.
Yeah, those are his house shoes.
So he had
they never left his house.
Huh?
They never left his house. Regardless of what kind of shoes they are, those were comfortable for him. Rather than slippers or moccasins like grandpa's shoes, he preferred tennis shoes.
Something weird about a man who's not comfortable in his own house.
But he is comfortable. That's that's his comfortability.
Nah, I think me comfortable is like, I ain't got no shoes.
They had concrete floors back then. They didn't have the
concrete floor. Not in his home.
How do you know?
Not in his home.
Have you ever seen the floor of his home?
What type of psychopath will have concrete floors inside of your house?
Have you ever seen the floor?
Oh, shit.
You see?
He's a psychopath. That's why he had little tunnels going to another place. He had a whole nother dimension in his house.
Maybe he had dirt floors. He didn't want his feet to get dirty. You see? See what it is? But and the sweater wise, what if the heat was off? With the funding they tried to take away from him, he couldn't afford the heat. You see?
You think Mr. Rogers was broke? It's a beautiful day in his neighborhood, though.
That's why I always had a smile on, right? He knew the struggle, but he kept that smile on, bro.
This show's stupid.
He kept that smile on. Kids didn't know.
Yo, I remember I was younger. Somebody told me Mr. Rogers was the pedophile. I was just like, makes sense. Like, it was weird. No. I don't think he was really a pedophile. But I was like, you know what? If it did come out that he was one, I'd be like, yeah, probably makes sense to me.
Like, people couldn't believe Bill Cosby could have done what he did.
I never said anything.
I didn't say you didn't, but I'm saying people.
I just think, I think it was sad. I think it was sad because Bill Cosby was like the dad of dads, He actually taught so many lessons, and then you come to find out he's like, Miss Jenkins down the street doesn't like him. And you're like, why? He's the greatest guy ever.
I guess, but if you listen to the things he said sometimes, like, he gave you a little bit of lessons, but when he talked about the pudding and the barbecue sauce, the sauce, not even the barbecue sauce, the sauce.
Well, hearing it from
his
celebrities.
best friend was Mickey.
Ouch.
You see?
Ouch. Well, until Mrs. Huxtable says something happened to her, I don't.
Let me give you even some great examples right now, right, of how things like this happen. There's the whole pray the gay away camps, right? You're like, oh, I'm gonna be delivered.
How the hell?
This is why, right? And you know where are the biggest, basically, gay orgies happening?
Where is it happening, bro?
These pray the gay away camps.
So you at the pray gay away camps, you think that's where the biggest? How would you? You trying to tell me something live on the air, yo?
I caught you.
You ain't catch me doing nothing, baby.
Why are you in denial?
Okay,
caught you. Man.
Listen, you're the only person I know about these pray gay away camps.
So
I ain't know nothing about it.
That's why you talking about these churches downstairs.
I didn't talk about the church. They the ones screaming up here.
Not today, but normally you do. Like, goddamn these churches. You're like, keep it down, guys. I'll be back there later. Let me stop.
and if whatever.
You see, stumbling over your own words now.
Whatever, yo. You're the only person I know about these gay away camps, all right?
No, I don't.
It's okay, man. I accept you regardless. It's fine, all right?
It's cool.
It's all love between all of us.
It's cool. I know, man.
It's beautiful, man. Let's see.
We have now.
I have a weird. I only had got like one question.
Go ahead.
It was like, have you ever shit yourself? I don't know. People
like throw away underwear type shit yourself, or like you farted and had big and shrimp type shit yourself.
I don't know.
Like doo-doo down the leg.
Like
I've never.
Maybe not shard. Like complete shit. Like shit. Just
Like log and underpants type.
Maybe rolling down the back of the leg type of thing. Or
No, I haven't. I pissed myself, but never shit myself.
Mm.
Pissed myself in kindergarten. I was 5 years old. It was kind of fucked up. I was embarrassed. I was telling the teacher, "Hey, I need to take a piss." She's like, "No, it's the girls."
And you was like, "Oh yeah." Oh, that's what you did?
No, I'm like there, like squirming my leg, and it was like, cause what happened was, we had bathroom lineup. They shared a bathroom, so it was girls first, then the boys, and I'm like, I need to pee really badly. I've been telling you for a while, and she's like, no, it's the girls' turn. Or when we go to the bathroom time, you go to the bathroom. I'm like, but I gotta go, just squirming around in my seat, like, can you let me go? And all of a sudden, I'm like, I can't hold it no more. My legs tensed up, try to stop it, just. I'm like, I can't stop it. I don't want to be a perv to reach into my hand and pinch it, but she wouldn't let me. So and I'm like, you see the giant puddle.
I never did it before.
So you never pissed yourself?
No, I never did any of it.
Fuck it up.
Like, dude, I remember my dad telling me, he was like, listen, if you gotta go, you gotta go. So I'll run behind a building. I'll be on the highway. I whip this damn thing out. I don't care. Like, if I gotta go, I gotta go, man.
You know what?
I had close encounters, but I never.
You know what sucks about peeing yourself though? Like, it's not like water. You know, when you wash your hands, you have like water in your pants, or when you're home in your underwear, you just wash your hands and it's on your underwear. The water dries up. The pee don't go nowhere. It just stays. You feel it all day.
Jeez.
So, but luckily, my one of my uncles came by, gave me a change of underwear, change of clothes. Mind you, all my cousins were huge, so the clothes I wore were baggy. So all day I'm like this, fixing the sweatpants. I'm like, come on, guy. Fucking tied the front, knotted it.
I feel like when people, because I always hear people say they got shit themselves stories or pissed themselves stories, and I always feel like I'm out the loop. I'm like, damn, dogs, I never got.
But I have seen someone like projectile shitted. Like they pulled their pants down and they just like shat against the wall.
I think that's what my body's waiting. My body's waiting for when I'm an old man, and then I'm just gonna start all over the place.
Like, what? You didn't piss yourself? It's diaper time.
It's diaper. I'm just gonna be walking down the street and have a full conversation. Hey, Jack. Hey, I want to tell you something about. Like, yeah.
Like, I gotta go. I won't make it.
Nah, man, that's weird.
There's been times where I was close to almost shitting myself.
Nah. Well, yeah. I remember I was driving through the night one day and I had like some type of diarrhea. I was sick.
Oh wait, hold on. Mr. Rogers finger flip.
Finger flip.
Oh, finger slip. I don't know what that means.
Well, he slipped. He slipped in some ass.
I don't know. I'm about to find out. Because this guy, who was that? X-Men Damn said it. Mr. Rogers. Finger slip. What is that? Finger slip. Oh, he put the middle finger up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My man. Ain't nothing wrong with a little middle finger for Mr.
But this
Rogers.
is the thing, though. Now here's the thing. Right? You have to bring back to the reason of why these little birdies are so predominantly used for, I guess, hate, if you will, or just simple term, fuck you. Back in one of the wars where they were still using bows and arrows, what happened was one of the sides would capture these bow and arrow users and cut, because they would use the index and the middle finger. What they did was they cut the index finger in hopes that they wouldn't be able to shoot arrows, and then let them go. I believe let them go, or they escaped. Then they came to figuring out how to shoot with just the middle finger. So they pulled it back and shot with the middle finger. Now at the end of the war, when these people triumphantly won just using the middle finger to shoot their bow and arrow, they're like, ha ha, we still have our middle fingers.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Or at least I don't know if it's true or not. This is one thing I won't Google to correct. I love this story. So fuck y'all.
Like, you just loved it. He was like, listen, that's what I'm going for. So you saying that, oh, that's funny as hell.
Yeah. So that's where it goes. So predominantly they use this as a fuck you, whatever. But then you have to go into the story of how fuck started with fornication under the consent of the king. So this is allowing you to have child through permission of the king. So with that is people think the word fuck, people think the middle fingers are bad, but in reality they're not at all. Like fags is a bundle of sticks or a burden.
The original word for fags were a bundle of sticks, but you can't say that no more.
Says who?
Says the social justice warriors.
Fuck y'all. You know what's funny though? Hold on. This is what really confuses me. There's a movement that social justice warriors want to be considered veterans. I want to whoop their asses.
No, I'm sorry. What? Are you serious?
Yeah. They want to be.
No. I remember there was one where they tried to stop. What they tried to? They tried to stop. It was somewhere. I got to return back to it. But you said they were trying to become veterans.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're trying to do like social justice warriors now claim themselves as veterans and seek a veteran label.
What? What?
Yeah.
Just what?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Well, now this is the thing. There's another story that happened from last year that social justice warriors want veterans banned from 4-year colleges, right? So now this was last year. They responded to it and whatever. But now, if they're considered veterans, shouldn't they be banned from 4-year colleges? You can hear you typing. Tap tap. But yeah, so now this is my thing. Like,
sorry, yeah, continue. I'm trying to check this out. Apologize.
So they want to be considered veterans, right? And I don't know how the hell we got from the bird flipping. Oh, not meaning anything. So what are they veterans for? Like, your warriors be spewed little hate at words are affecting you. You don't want the fucking people to eat meat. Goddamn vegans. What do you want? I'll make fun of everybody today. I don't give a fuck.
So wait. So you just wait.
Yeah, they want to be given the label.
Seen it.
They want to be given the label of a veteran.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Fuck you guys. There's no way.
Right?
There's no way I'll consider a social justice warrior a veteran.
Yeah, and I don't consider vegans humans.
That's not cool.
Why not?
I like vegans. It's fine. You
Why?
just eat whatever you want.
They're taking away my my life source.
What?
Oxygen.
You know how much oxygen they will have to eat regular leaves.
Yeah, but now they want these animals to survive and live and produce more methane, but they're eating the goddamn source that converts this methane and carbon dioxide into oxygen for us to live.
Oh my God! You sound like a carnivore guy.
A carnivore guy.
Yeah.
I sound pro-human. All right, I want us to live.
Dude, like
with the gauntlet. Of course.
I just feel like everyone should just eat what they want to eat.
Word.
Just eat. If you want to just eat plant, then just eat plants.
That's
if you want to just eat meat, then just eat meat.
Be a rabbit then.
Yeah, I mean,
go identify with the
but
rabbit.
Whatever. But it's your body. Do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck yeah.
But I don't have to join your religion because that's what it sounds like to me. When you come after me and attack me about what I eat and what I do, it sounds like you're trying to. It sounds like a religion.
Correct.
And I don't want to join. I don't want to join just because it sounds like a religion. Even if you had good points, let's just say you was completely right.
All right, what's a good point for a vegan? Go.
Okay.
Just.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just too biased about my eating habits. I feel like I should.
All right. So what's a good point for any other type of eating? I'll just start being plain devil's advocate. Go.
Okay. If you're carnivore, if you have autoimmune situations, carnivore diets can help.
Okay.
If you're vegan, if you for
carnivore, red meat also causes inflammation of eating too much.
Exactly.
You can get diverticulitis because of that.
Also, too much vegetables cause a gas, and that could also cause what was it? You also eating parasites and things like that inside the vegetables.
Now, if you're a vegan, these foods that you're consuming have animal blood because these giant tractors that harvest these damn vegetables or wheats that you eat also kill ground nesting birds, kills fawn.
The only way to be a proper vegan is if you had your own garden in your own house and you was able to take the sources from there.
But now what are you going to do to prevent the squirrels from getting it? You're now taking away their food source. You're now starving these animals, if you will.
You got to grind them up inside the big giant tractor, dogs.
You see?
You know, it works. Yeah, the worst thing to say, a lot of vegans don't like to hear, is that they're eating tons of animals.
Correct.
Which is because when you do have this, it's the same problem that meat eaters have, which is mass production of a certain type of food.
Okay.
Like, so no one wants a cow shoot up with a whole bunch of antibiotics, stressed out most of his life, and then put onto your plate, and then you have to eat and consume the cells of that stressed out cow and antibiotic cow and all that stuff, right? Nobody wants that, right? But at the same time, if you live in New York City, the only way to get you a burger is from that way of eating, right? Well, let's just say everybody went vegan, right? Well, there's only one way to pull all that greens and everything out the ground, and that's through big giant tractors, and those tractors have to rip them out the floor, and those tractors also rip out gophers and squirrels and bugs. And
now here's also another thing
no
about
way
it.
to get it all out.
By producing, having these mass production farms for just vegetation, you need pesticides, insecticides. And now by using these, you're now killing off the animals that live in this ecosystem to allow these plants to grow. Then you're damaging the soil even more. And from there, these other animals such as fawn or rabbits to eat these are also being poisoned by them and reproducing and causing mutations in these animals that you still want to save. Now, you are not killing them immediately, but you are slowly messing up their DNA and having mutations to grow.
You are killing a lot of them, because if the tractors are pulling them out the floor.
So not only are you killing them instantaneously by these tractors, you are now also destroying their genetics going further down.
You know what the problem? A lot of city vegans, I'm going to say city vegans, have never been to a farm, and they never seen the vultures that fly around the farm.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a reason why they fly around that farm, because they need...
The thing is that they go to these slaughterhouses, whatever, blah, blah, blah. This is what I'm going to say about those slaughterhouses. Thank you.
I mean, no.
That hot dog I ate yesterday was good.
But at the same, again,
the hamburger I had yesterday was delicious.
But there is something to say about how much you consume stuff you have no idea where it comes from.
Correct.
There's something to say about that. So, the only people I really, really respect that knows about their food source. It sounds like a contradiction. Hunters, because at least they know that the animals that they had a long life. They're at the end of their life.
You know what gets me upset?
And they're also saving other animals.
You know what gets me upset?
Huh?
When people complain about trophy hunters.
Well, trophy hunting is kind of an asshole.
No, it's not. Let me show you exactly why it's not real quick. Let's take the black giraffe, for example. We've had this conversation.
We had the conversation.
But it was not on live, or I don't believe it was on live, right? This giraffe is now trying to reproduce, but he is past his prime of reproduction. He already had his 13 years of reproduction or whatever. And he's older, more experienced, and kills off these younger
No, they do giraffes, go into a rage, and they do end up killing.
And then they kill the male giraffes, and then they kill the female giraffes from fucking them to death.
Isn't that crazy? It's sweet little tall ass giraffe ends up going nuts.
Now here's my thing, right? This giraffe, if you don't kill him, kills and lowers the population of the giraffes as they're going on, now allowing reproduction. So why not allow someone to spend $50,000, $100,000, $500,000 to kill this damn giraffe, have it as a trophy? The meat from it goes to the people who live around it. Giraffe is in the family of deer. Guess what deer is? Venison, bro. Original definition of venison as well is hunting the animal yourself and eating it. But deers kept that word.
Well, the money, and also the money goes back to the conservation.
Yeah, and allowing these animals to go. So trophy hunters, once again, thank you. So now, if I had the money to shoot a goddamn lion in the face, damn well
you'll take the opportunity to shoot a lion.
I
will
wear that lion everywhere.
Let me tell
you
you
will
something.
call me.
Let me tell you something. I'm with you on
right?
this one. I have me a lion coat, and I'm now.
Bro, the paws will be my shoes and my gloves all day.
Remember Mumbo? Was it Mumbo from Black Panther?
Okay.
Okay, that would be my coat. I'm just
bro.
I'd just be walking around with.
That's exactly what I'll do. Bro.
I'll go back into fighting just to wear the coat.
Right?
Right to the ring.
You know what? Okay, hold on. This reminds me of a manga I would read, Hajime no Ippo.
Oh, no.
One of the characters fought a bear, killed the bear, beat the bear. He wore the bear walking into the goddamn...
Hell yeah.
Bro, he had the scratch on his chest walking around with the bear, bro.
Yo, my
Thinking
God,
about
we're
it.
stupid. All right.
I'm thinking about it now.
You got anything else, bro?
We'll go with the. What did I recently find out? There was something I recently found out. Let me check this out.
There was something you recently found out, but you can't remember.
Some information that I saw, bro. You know, when you accidentally put the camera on and you see your face, like, God damn, I'm ugly.
No.
Right. Sometimes I look down. Like if I go to my phone, and I'm looking down. I don't have a double chin, but my beard makes it look like I do. So I'm like, God damn, this is what they look up at. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about when I get my dick sucked.
Jesus, dude.
Let me stop.
So,
I'm going out.
So everything we talked about today was mostly about
no, but the way this goes is like what is this? Where is it?
Do you want that's not cool.
What is it?
That's it?
As of right now. Oh, you know what I just saw? What kind of reminded me and I completely forgot about? The music video for Cupid, the Cupid Chokehold by Gym Class Hero.
Cupid Chokehold?
Yeah.
No, I don't know nothing about it.
You don't remember Gym Class Hero?
Yeah, but I didn't know nothing about the music video.
How dare you? How dare you?
Oh, well. You know why? Because I was outside.
You were outside?
Yeah, like a good boy. I wasn't sitting in the house watching Gym Class Hero. Like
it's a goddamn band. Travis McCoy, you know, the one who dated
nope.
Katy Perry?
Yeah, I know who he is, but just check it. Don't care about him.
Why not?
Because
he's black. You don't care about black guy? How dare you? Matt, you're racist to your own kind.
Hey,
I just thought it.
No, I can't be. I hate and love everybody equally.
So you hate successful
except
black guys.
for my family. I love them the most, but everybody else I hate.
You hate successful black guys.
No, I didn't say that either.
You don't care for Travis McCoy.
I don't.
You don't even care about Michael B. Jordan anymore.
I stopped caring about Kanye after Heartless album came out. That was my shit. No,
College Dropout. Was it College Dropout?
No. Remember, what was the album where he did Heartless on?
Heartless? All right, let me see right now. I'll tell you right now. Kanye Heartless. How could you be so heartless?
Yeah.
Oh, boom. That is 808s and Heartbreak.
Okay, 808 and Heartbreak was my last time caring about Kanye West. Okay.
That song. I'm gonna watch my favorite porn star. I'm gonna not even jerk off, just gonna watch her. I'm like, you're such a fucking hoe. I love it. I'm going to hell.
Yes, you are. All right, man. So we talked about the Kanye thing.
Correct.
I heard your opinion about it.
Mind you, I still think he's crazy.
I think he's loony. Okay.
Okay.
I also think he might be Arca Ruckus and reincarnation, but I could be wrong. Hopefully.
But if you think about it, don't all these great artists always think like people go against them, and then all of a sudden later down.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I was just like, maybe
good.
it's only because like, you know, everyone went one way, he wants to go the other.
Word.
And he just want to be the difference, which is yeah.
Don't do it, Marv. Don't do it. God damn it.
All right, but he just want to be different, and hey, what are you gonna do? We also talked about sacrificing children.
Word. Sacrificing children.
To
Bro,
the adoption agency.
that's back in Sparta. You throw them off a cliff if they shake with the with the wine.
Man, listen, I
still
feel like
kid. I'm about to sacrifice mine, bro. He just punches me in the face.
Me personally, it don't matter to me what the issue is. My kids are gonna be good.
Word.
All right, so I don't care. I don't care about that. So, just to me, it's all about what you're willing to sacrifice to make sure they're good.
Would you give up a left nut?
For my kids, yeah.
Right.
I give up both of them.
35,000.
I give up both of them.
70,000.
I would never have. If I had, that's how much in love you're supposed to be with your children.
Mm-hmm.
If they told me, Matt, you can never have sex again.
I just solved right now.
I would definitely not have sex again.
I just solved all our problems right now.
What?
All right. Remember when we talked about how there's this pump now for basically it's like if you're missing a nut or you got erectile dysfunction, goes inside the penis, you pump it up, get your penis hard, right? Now it's 35,000 per nut, so that's 2 nuts, right? So if you get
35,000 for one of your nuts?
Yeah, for science, right? So if you give up 2, 70,000, right? If I ever get a vasectomy, might as well give up the nuts because they won't go away. Now, if I give up the nuts, I don't produce enough testosterone, right?
TRT, baby.
TRT,
baby. We about to put that fucker right here.
Right?
Got a nice vein for it and shit.
You see? By doing this.
Oh, dude, I can't. Y'all don't even know. I can't wait till I'm old enough.
You can grow those shoulders finally.
When they shut up. Shut up. All right. I'm bigger everywhere else. Giggity. but yeah,
you're compensating for your shoulders.
Hey, man, whatever. If I had to give one thing up for another thing, shit.
You get those shoulders.
Yeah, listen.
You want those shoulder pads, you know.
If you had to give up the size of your man for a different body part.
Okay.
Why
do you think my body's small, bro? I'm happy with what I got, bro.
He was like, nah, listen, God, we're done. He's like, hey, I got more work. No. I'm good. You don't have to put all that energy back down there. You're good.
I occasionally work out just to...
Yeah, just to look all right. But it's all just to make it look
I just do it to fight off the other girls. I'm like, get away, I'm married. And you see, I got a battle scar from one. They were trying. Right?
Get off, man.
Use their titties as a punching bag, a speed bag.
I got a wife. No,
don't throw them elbows.
Yo, you dumb.
What?
All right, yo.
Do it for the wife.
Listen, guys, thank you for being with us, the Real Shit Talkers. It's a new day. Yes, it is. You see the new layout we got going on. Word. We got a lot more stuff coming. Don't forget to check the audio where me and Kill Kawawa had the conversation about Kanye. I also have another one dropping about Supreme Court Justice guy. I'm like
Kavanaugh?
Yeah, Kavanaugh. I have another one popping up about Kavanaugh. Maybe that's going to be dropping later. Hopefully, maybe. If I don't get tired. I'm going to be too busy making jerk chicken tonight.
Jerking the chicken?
Whatever you want to call it. It's over.
Smacking the head.
Cut this off.
Superb.